What's up guys, Tech Flash here. Today we have some exciting news regarding the OnePlus 8T, which is going to be the refresh for their flagship series, and this is going to be the T refresh, which means this is going to be an incremental upgrade when you compare it directly with OnePlus 8 devices. Now OnePlus 8T is a device that was recently leaked, and some say that this was accidentally leaked by OnePlus. We saw a picture, and after that we saw some leaks and rumors which suggests that OnePlus 8T is already confirmed, and the device is going to support 6.5 inches AMOLED touchscreen display, but the catch this time around is going to be the 120Hz refresh rate. Now 120Hz refresh rate for OnePlus has been a feature that we saw with their Pro series model. So with OnePlus 8 Pro we got the 120Hz refresh rate, but this time around we are going to see it in OnePlus 8T. That is a good news, because this time around we are also going to see some other upgrades which will make this device much more appealing when you compare it directly with OnePlus 8 Pro. So basically this time around the internals of this device are also going to get an overhaul, and the chipset for this cell phone is going to be the Snapdragon 865 Plus, which is basically the top end chipset for any Android device out there. Also, I want to include that the variants that OnePlus is supposedly going to launch for the OnePlus 8T device is going to support 8GB of RAM and 128GB of storage, so no surprises there. However, it is still to be decided that what version of the RAM is going to be in OnePlus 8T. Also, the camera on the back side is going to support a quad camera setup this time around with a 48 megapixel main sensor. However, the catch here is that this time around OnePlus is going to increase the size of the main sensor. Now this is something that we cannot comment on before the device actually gets launched, but we are expecting that this device is going to give you almost similar performance to what we saw with OnePlus 8 Pro. Also, on the front side of this device there is going to be a 16 megapixel front camera, so you are going to get some crazy selfies out there. Also, with this device, an interesting change that OnePlus is going to make is that they are ditching the curved screen panels on their 8T device. So you are going to get a flatter screen for their 8T device, and for the 8T Pro there might be a panel which is curved on the both sides. Now this is a very interesting decision, because recently we saw that with Note series Samsung did the same thing. With their Note 20 they gave out a flat panel, and with the Note 20 Ultra they had the curved screen. So this is a very interesting leak, and I am hoping that this happens. However, if the price of this cell phone is anyway closer to what the Note 20 was offering, then this device is also going to suffer the fate of Note 20, and nobody is going to buy this. Another leak for this device is going to be in the form of its software, which is going to be Android 11 out of the box, and it is going to support Oxygen OS 11. Now there is a news that is going to be polarizing for most of the OnePlus users out there, and the news is that OnePlus is now going to provide you Oxygen OS with a heavy skin on top of it. So Oxygen OS 11 is supposedly going to look more like One UI and less like Oxygen OS we already love, and this is going to be a very polarizing subject, because most of the users using OnePlus devices were using them because they were closer to stock Android, and their main USP was always a smoother device without any bloatware. So OnePlus doing something like this is going to be counterintuitive, but OnePlus recently has been doing some moves that are not in their DNA. During the last launch we saw that OnePlus pricing was much more closer to the flagship devices and much less closer to the flagship killer OnePlus once was. But I believe that OnePlus is doing experiments right now, and these experiments can go either way. Either people will love the whole change, or either people will just stop buying these cell phone devices and switch to Samsung devices, which are already providing you all these features. So I don't know where the whole thing will go, but I believe that if OnePlus wants their old users to stick in, they need to dial down the Oxygen OS 11 and make it more like Oxygen OS and less like One UI. I want to know what are your thoughts and opinions regarding OnePlus. Is it still the best brand you want to buy? Is it still the flagship killer? Or right now is it just like any other smartphone out there? Do let me know in the comment section down below. If you're new to the channel, do subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Till then, goodbye.